Hi, welcome to my shop. I just want to make a little video to talk about the last project that I've done, which is an end tool chest. Okay, I just first want to apologize for my English because I'm French, and I hope it's going to be easy for you to understand me. Well, I've decided to build such a project because I work a lot with end tool and I don't have anything to bring them on job set, so I was looking for something that could secure my tool and something that was looking great to me. So that's why I've decided to build such a project like that. I'm first going to have a few words about design, then after I will talk about the way I build it, then I'll show you the inside and the functionality of this chest, and that's all for this video. So I'm going to start with the top. It's not really easy for you to see the top with a front view, so I'm going to change the angle of the camera later and have some close-up in some specific part of the chest. I'm going to have some general description right now, and then you're going to have some nice looking right after. The top is a really simple construction and a really classic construction. I mean, it's a panel and frame construction. You have some shiny curves on the front and also some smooth curves on each side. Right. In the thickness of the top, you also have a molding. I don't really know how you call this. It's also a curve, but in the thickness of the top. And I've done this on either side and also on the front. I've used a spoke shave to do this. You can use a specific router bit for doing this, but it's very doable by hand, so there's nothing really complicated. And I like to work with hand tool, so I've done it by hand. Okay. Then I've made some slot in the top, and I've inserted 4 panels for the top, but I'm going to see this more precisely later. We're going to move to the rest of the chest. I'm just going to have a few words about the feet. It's a straight profile. It's a tapered profile. So you got this for the front and the back of the chest. Okay. We have a blade there, which is tendon and mortise joint. And then we have another curves on the back of the face. Right? I'm just going to have a few words about the panel. I was looking for something specifically about the panel. I was looking to use a technique that enables me to do it quickly. So with this technique, I don't have to glue the panel. You have a slot there and there, so I've just decided to insert some free boards in the slot, so there's nothing which is glued, and I've just made a little chamfer using a block plane on each side of each board. So it is very quick and it is very effective, and I think it looks great, so it works great for me. I like using this technique. I also use this technique when I'm building some furniture, and I like that. Right, I'm just going to move the chest to show you the back. So in the lower part of the back you can also see that there's curves, and this is the same technique for the panel. You have a slot there and there, the same thing on the other side, and this is just freeboards which are inserted in the groove. We can talk about the hinges. This is really simple hinges. It's kind of butt hinges. What can I say more for the global design? I think I've said everything. Yeah, I think I've said everything. I can talk about the trays. In this chest, I've included some trays to secure my tool, and specifically when I'm driving. I think this is a good thing when I'm going to the job site to have some trays, because if the tool were only put in the drawer like that, they can move and they're not greatly secured. So I just prefer sorry to build some trays. They're made with cherry, and like the drawer, they made with miter joint, and I've had some spline dovetails in the miters to make it more strong, to make it stronger. Sorry. And the spline dovetails are done with oak for the trays, and it makes a nice contrast. Sorry, between oak and cherry, and it looks great. For the drawer, this is the same operation. I mean, this is the same joint, and I've used some oak for making the spline. This is oak drawer, and the dovetail splines are made with oak also. Before having a close-up inside the chest, I can have few words about the pulls. I like using key dovetails, especially when I have to fix cracks or whatever. And I just have the idea of using them for making the pulls. So I've just made a template with a big hole, and I've routed the hole using a specific template. And once the holes have been done, I've inserted a walnut key dovetails. It looks really great. I like this. So, okay, this is very functional, and it works great. Right. I can talk about the jigs that I've used for making this project. All the joinery I've been done by hand. There's just the joinery for the trays and for the drawer, which I've been done using a specific jig on my router table. Just ask you a few seconds. I'm going to take it and I'm going to have a few words about it. I'm back. Okay. I'm going to move the chest a bit to easily show you this jig, which is nothing really complicated, but it works just great for me. I use it a lot when I'm building some drawers or whatever. So this is a jig that I've used for making the drawer and the trays. It consists in, I think you have a great view this way, it consists in two thick boards that I have cut at 45 degrees. And these two big pieces of wood are linked with these pieces of wood. I've included some screws there and there, nothing really complicated. And on the other side you have the fence of the jig, and I've also screwed it to these two big pieces of wood. And this fence runs against the fence of your router table. It works this way. I'm going to take a trays. Okay. So you put the trays at 45 degrees, and you just imagine that there's the fence of your router table, and you push the jig along the fence, and the dovetail bit or the straight bit, it depends what kind of job you want to do, goes through the trays or the drawers or whatever. And after, you just have to build a spline. So just think about not moving the bit, the height of the bit on your router table, because when you're doing the spline you would use the same bit height. And there you go. It's just a breeze to build some trays or drawers with this jig. In the past I've used some other kind of jig, but to be honest, this is the best configuration. It works the best for me. Well, this is the only jig, the only specific jig that I've used for building this project. Inside each trays, I've covered the bottom with some velvet, some blue velvet, and I've also covered the bottom of each drawers with blue velvet. Maybe you can think that it's a bit too much just for a tool chest, but it looks great, so I was happy to do that. There's also on each trays two holes, one on the front, one on the rear. It enables me to easily replace or remove each trace from its drawers easily. So I think it's a great feature. Right. I'm just gonna take the camera for having an up of view to easily show you the top. Then after I'm gonna show you inside each drawer, and that's gonna be the end of my video. Right. Okay. So here we got the top with the 4 panels, like I was saying. I can show you the curves on the left and on the right side, and I can show you the curves on the front of the top. I would try to show you what I was saying when I was talking about the molding and the thickness of the top. You can see that there's a shiny curves in the thickness. Right. I'm gonna open the chest and show you the inside of the upper part, which is a big space, also covered with blue velvet, in which I can store all big stuff, like my mallets, my jaunters, like a jack one, or a block planes, or a smooth plane. Also can store my Japanese saw, which I can put in 2 parts. I'm going to show you the inside of the first drawer. Alright. So you can see the blue velvet in the bottom of the drawer and in the bottom of the trays. Normally there's 2 more trays, but I've removed them for showing them to you just a few minutes ago. I closed the first drawer, then I open the second one, in which you can see 2 big trays in which I can store really long stuff, long accessories. I'm gonna make a close-up on the pool with the walnut key dovetails. Okay, there's a little rope on one side that enables me to open the chest, enable the top to stay in the open position. I close the chest. I replace the camera. I'm not a pro in making some YouTube video or whatever. This is just one of my first videos. So making transition is just a bit too hard for me at the moment. So, right. So this is the end of my video. I just hope you enjoy it. If you want to build such a project like that or a similar one, you can find a lot of pics on my Facebook wall. So just feel free to visit my wall at Mathieu Barnet, M-A-T-T-H, E-I-U, and Barnet is B-A-R-N-A-Y. So I repeat for Mathieu, M-A-T-T-H-E-I-U. Yeah, just feel free to ask me any kind of question about this project or other project that you can see on my wall. It would be just a pleasure to reply and to help you in any way to build such a project like that. So just have fun in your shop, and see you later. Bye bye.